Yo, what is up guys, Shikashi here, Nobi here, back again on another video for you guys. And today, as you guys can see, we are back here on Tier List Maker. And today is going to be a little bit of a different video. So, as we know, with Bleach Rebirth Souls being out, and it's been out for a fat minute, and all the updates that we're supposed to be getting, I just wanted to go over the tier list of, characters that I wanted to see as DLC, or just potential future characters that we could get, or movesets. So we're going to be going into that and seeing what we got going on here. So this is going to be basically my tier list of who I want to see in the DLC. Because there's a lot of characters in 1000 Year Blood War. We got the whole Quincy army, we got some of the returning around card that are already, some of them being in the game. Obviously, Grimjaw and Neo specifically. And on top of that, considering the full brain arc is not off the table, and same with 1000 Year Blood War, we could see a lot of characters. So without further ado, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get straight into this. Try not to make this too long, because I'm going to be real, I do believe that because of what we saw in the article that we read, that there are certain characters that would just be way too hard or damn near impossible to make movesets for, because we rarely see too much of them. But there's other characters, on the other hand, where it's like, okay, we know for a fact that they're either in, or we know that there's a high chance of them being in with their 1000 Year Blood War selves. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. And we just gotta go ahead and get some of these characters up in here already, because some of them already are here. Honestly, I think I should have probably used a different tier list, but yeah, let me mess around with this for a bit. Alright, so actually, interesting enough, I found in one of my older tier lists that I made, which actually makes this a lot easier. So, first things we gotta do is we gotta move some characters up into this that are already in for 1000 Year Blood War DLC that are basically confirmed. So we know we're getting Unohana's 1000 Year Blood War form. We know that we're getting True Shikai Ichigo, if I can find him. If I can find him on here, what in the world? Why can I not see True Shikai Ichigo, or even Ichigo at all on this list? Well, I don't see True Shikai, but we know Ichigo's gonna be in there. Let's be real, we know he's gonna be in there. Ichibe also confirmed, so we're gonna move him up to the def gonna be in, so he's already in there. Who else did we know that was confirmed? So it was not Baragon. Who was the other 1000 Year Blood War character that they talked about putting in? Because I know you had Ichibe, Unohana, 1000 Year Blood War, True Shikai Ichigo. Oh yeah, Yuha. Where's Yuha at? I'm really curious on how they're gonna do Yuha, because he, unless they put him in his base form, he will be damn near cracked. And even in his base form, he's pretty damn strong. So I'm curious on what they're gonna do for his moveset. Where is Yuha, by the way? I'm actually smoking something because I cannot find him. And he should be the easiest one to find on here, because he's got this dude got a giant mustache. Like, this should be the easiest dude to find. So these four we already know gonna be in here: True Shikai, Unohana, Ichibe, Yuha. So now, high chance. This is basically characters that there's gonna be a high chance of being in, and I think we're probably gonna get Bambietta, probably you, because we got Mayuri, and it's not like they're against putting characters like Mayuri and Saisaparu in, as we've seen. Mineta, definitely, that's an easy put in. She's basically a fist fighter. She's a fist fighter. That's basically Chad. And Candace, that could also be another character they put in. Where's Candace out? So basically all the Bambies, there's a high chance, or at least I'd want to see them. Like, I could see them doing a DLC where they have one of these Bambies each in each of the DLCs for future DLCs, but there's no way in hell they don't put them in. There's no way in hell. And actually, where's Lil Net at? Or not Lil Net. They might spell, is it Lil Netto? I don't know if I'm even saying it correct, but yeah, here you go. So there's a chance, a very high chance, that we get all 5 of them, in my opinion, just because they all got a decent amount of screen time and all have big fights. So that's there. There's no, it wouldn't make sense. I don't know, man. I can't even say that no more, because we said it wouldn't make sense to put Baragon in, and they didn't put him in. So I don't know, but I mean, Baragon's voice actor passed away, so maybe that's the reason why we didn't get Baragon or something. I don't know. But either way, that's as far as the Quincy go. Other ones that we might be able to see. Let's see. Grimmy, he could make it. I'd be curious on what his playstyle could be, though, because he doesn't fight. Like, he's just a straight up long distance gun character. I could see him having a moveset, but I don't know exactly what they would do with him. Boss B, I could put him in a high chance. Askin, maybe, but I'm only saying maybe for asking because we don't get to see him actually do anything until Core 4. That's when we actually get to see his moveset. So there's a high maybe of him getting in. Same with Grimmy. Let's see. Okay, so moving on. I think we can get Ishin because he's already in Soul Society arc. I think we can get Tensa's on Getsu. That's a definitely high one I think we could possibly get. Though, actually, I'm gonna put them in the maybe tier. The reason I say that is because those are mostly me just coping. I'll be real with you, because if we were supposed to get them, I think we would have gotten them actually in before Thousand Year Blood War. It's not impossible to get them in there, but I don't see it at the same time because they didn't even put them into the regular roster. So I don't know about their chances with DLC. As far as Squad Zero, I could see them putting them all in. Where's the rest of them at? They can all make it. They can all make it. If Ichibe's making it, there's no way they're not putting in Senju Maru, freaking Oetsuni Maya, which is probably a lot of people's favorites. You actually, hilariously enough, have a low chance of getting in. Because your moveset, I don't know if they'd be able to make a moveset for you, because you don't really do a lot of fighting. So that'd be pretty hard to do. Let's see, where is Oetsu at? I don't see Oetsu for some reason. What? Lily Barrow's definitely making it while we're here. He's definitely making it. We already got Uriel in the game. There's no way they don't put him in. Masaki could make it too. That's a maybe, even though she is technically dead. But so is Unohana, and well, she made it in, so that's a possibility. Let's see. Gerard Valkyrie, that's an easy moveset. That's a pretty easy moveset to make. Yep, same with you. Like with Thousand Year Blood War, they got a lot of characters they could put in. Quilgay, maybe. I could see them putting him in, maybe. Why am I not seeing? Okay, White Zangetsu. I'll put him in the maybe tier 2. This tier is kind of either the tier where they're either not going to make it or not going to make it. And this tier is the ones I believe are going to make it. In my opinion. At least in my opinion. Once again, this is just my tier list of who I think is going to make it. Or who I would want to make it specifically. I could say, I don't know. What would they do for Asnaut? Like, for anybody who's in the comments, what would they actually do for Asnaut's moveset? Because I'm curious about that. Oh, here's Oetsu. He's definitely making it. That's an easy moveset to make. Who else am I missing here from Thousand Year Blood War? Rugen. I could see that. Let's see, who else? Okay, so we could actually put the Fullbringers in. I put them in the maybe tier. The Fullbringers specifically, I don't think you're gonna make it. You don't do any fighting. I don't think you're gonna make it. Where is the rest of the Fullbringers? You could maybe, nah, you don't got a lot of fights. I don't know if they could make a moveset for you that'd be proper for the game. Ginjo could make it. We've seen him fight. So where's Ginjo at? We've seen him fight. And Tsukishima, we've seen him fight too. So those in the maybe tier, Ginjo and Tsukishima. You get basically one-shotted, so hell no. You got one-shotted and basically didn't do anything as far as what we've seen so far. So that's a big hell no. Master Masculine, low chance, but it's there. Who else? Robert, you got guns. You could probably make it, but also low chance. Because we already have a Stark in the game, and you basically are Stark, but a Quincy edition. With a briefcase at that, too. The only difference is you don't got Charger guns. So you basically like the upgraded version of Stark. Who else? We already got Grimjaw in the game, so that's not gonna be a problem. They could probably add his Thousand Year Blood War moveset if they wanted to. Visors, honestly. The Visors could probably make it. They all fight. So, they could all be put in the maybe tier. And honestly, I'd want them to make it. So Lisa, Moshiro, Rose. You could make it 2 Hiyori, there's a chance of that. Hachi, that's a low chance, but he could probably make it. He's only Keto spell, so he's kind of like Orihime. And speaking of Orihime, they mentioned that she has a really hard moveset to make, at least before 1,000 Year Blood War. So honestly, I put her in high chance. I think there's a high chance she makes it, just because of how many people who are complaining about it, and the fact that she does technically have a moveset when she's in 1,000 Year Blood War by that point. So we can work with that. Who else are we missing? Okay, yep, you could be in because you got a pretty good moveset that you could do. So high chance of you making it because Squad 0, you actually got to fight. Who else am I missing? I think I got everybody, right? Oh yeah, no, Ukatake. He got some model in the game, so high chance maybe. I put him in the maybe, because even though he made it to 1,000 Year Blood War, he didn't really fight like that for real. We didn't get to see him actually fight. We had the whole Mimi Hagi thing, which was awesome, but he didn't actually fight for real. Though we technically saw him fight against Stark, so that is, we saw him fight against not only Stark, but we also saw him fight against Yama to a degree. So that's not really even a thing. Like, they got his model in the game, so it's definitely possible. I think that's it, because outside of that, all the characters that we do have in the game are probably, if not already, gonna have their 1,000 Year Blood War selves put in the game, plus their movesets in that era. So I think that's it as far as the tier list goes from what we do have, because everybody else that is either already in the game, or there's no way in hell they're gonna get in the game. Oh, believe it or not, let's actually put Momo. We can put Momo in here. She has a maybe chance of being put in. A big maybe, but it's definitely a maybe. And that's pretty much about it. Now, obviously, other mentions would be obviously Tosho's adult form that get put in the game. You know, Yorichi's cat form, she could get that put in the game. She already has the skin for it, so it's not even like it's impossible. Let's see, who else got a transformation? That was crazy. Sajin could probably get a transformation too, though it would pretty much operate the same way his Bankai already does, where he can only use it once. The only difference with with him and his Bankai in its normal state and his Bankai in 1,000 Year Blood War is that it would kind of have to be like Ryu's Bankai, where he can go into it, but he loses HP as he has it active. That's kind of how that works. So they could do something like that. Who else? I mean, obviously Urahara has his Bankai, so he can get that, along with the moveset for that as well. And Byakuya, well, technically Byakuya's didn't change that much. He basically, his Bankai now is his Shikai, and his Bankai got stronger. So how his Bankai would be, his power, it's like, I don't know, his Royal Palace training is actually kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. Also, sorry about the noise in the background, there's construction going on outside. But, yeah, that's pretty much about it as far as the tier list. So this is what I think we're going to get. This is what I think we're going to get as far as DLC, or who I would think we're going to get. Once again, some of these might not make it, though. With all the DLC characters they do have to work with, there's no way in hell. There's too many characters for you guys to work with, and not to mention too many characters that are fan favorites, that with DLC, it's like you got no excuse. You already got the release roster out, so at this point, as the game's lifespan goes, potentially all of these characters could make it, but we'll just have to see. This is because, you know, my tier list on who I think would make it based on gameplay wise, because you gotta think about the gameplay, because when we read that article, that was one big thing. And honestly, if we're talking about based on gameplay, what am I talking about? White and Zangetsu should make it. They should definitely make it. They got hella freaking, we don't see them fight a lot, but we do see them fight. They could make a moveset, and they got the models in the game. No way they don't make it. No way they don't make it. No way. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be it. This is kind of my tier list of who I want to be in the game, and also who I think should honestly make it and who might not make it based on what we've seen so far from how they chose characters for the Bleach game at launch. But without further ado, Shinobi signing off. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave your thoughts down below. You know, who you guys think is going to make it, who you guys would want to see added. That's a big question. You know, who do you guys want to see get added with Thousand Year Bloodward DLC? You know, after we get Unohana, you know, True Shikai, Ichibe, and Yuha. You know, who would you guys want to see get added? But other than that, Shinobi signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.